Goodbye summer and hello fall. I'm seeing this look pop up everywhere, and I'm gonna show you guys a quick and easy way to achieve this yourself. The top colors for fall are going to be a more muted version of what we saw during the summer. So navy blue, magenta, forest green, yellow, orange, all our basic primary and secondary colors, just a little more muted. A really cool look that's simple and easy to do at home is actually just playing with matte and high gloss to create a fun look. And so now we're gonna determine the length and the shape of the nail. What I love about the combo clipper set, especially if you're doing your manis and pedis at home, is that it comes with both the fingernail clipper and the toenail clipper. You have the curved blade that follows the natural shape of your nail. And then for your toenails, you have a nice straight blade, which helps you prevent from getting ingrowns when clipping your nail. We're gonna go with a little bit shorter shape for fall, just to even out the nail shape. We have one shorter nail, so we're just gonna take everything down and even it up. You don't necessarily have to go as short as the shorter nail, but you wanna take the longer nails and make them a little bit shorter so that all the nail lengths look the same once they're polished. We're gonna start at one side and the other side when cutting so that we don't put too much stress on the nail. If you start right in the middle, you're going to flex the nail and you chance splitting or cracking it. And this one, I'm just gonna bring it down to where the little chip is so that we even up the shape. This one we're gonna keep, and I'm just gonna perfect that shape with the file. We're gonna do this using our glass file. What I love about the glass file is that it's super durable. And so it's perfect for keeping at home, for your do-it-yourself manicures, even leaving up on your nightstand in case you get that little chip or rough nail and before bait. Same thing, we're gonna file in one direction from our corners to our center, slightly overlapping. And then I like to file just those corners up so that I don't have a sharp edge because I don't want to scratch or catch anything with that. I also love how the file comes to a point, because as I'm filing into the sides of the nail, it allows me to get in super close to the cuticle without rubbing the skin. Next, we're gonna use the glass pushy to gently push back the cuticle. One of the things that I love about this is the texture on the pushy itself. So on the angled edge, the texture helps to remove any cuticle buildup off of the nail while I'm pushing back the cuticle. So it's kind of like you achieve two steps in one. So normally how I'll push back the cuticle and then I run the buffer along the nail to remove the extra cuticle buildup. The glass pushy does it all at the same time. You can see I'm showing you guys as it builds up right here, all of this extra stuff that's coming up from underneath the cuticle. Soft circular motions to even up the shape. Remember, you want to be gentle with this. You don't want to force the cuticle back. We're just gently evening out the shape of the cuticle so that when we're done, we have a nice frame around the nail for our polish. And then the pointed edge also has the same texture, so it's perfect for getting any dirt and debris out from underneath your nails. And back into those corners that are really hard to reach with a file. So as we move into fall, the weather gets colder, the cuticles and skin gets drier, and that's when there's more chance of the hangnails popping up. So it's super important to focus on cuticle care at this time. The mini cuticle nipper is perfect for this. It has a sharp pointed edge, which allows you to be precise when nipping the cuticle. And the hand filed blades gives you a super sharp cutting edge that gives you a clean, precise cut every time. You can see the excess cuticle, so sometimes I'll even use just the tip to lift that up to make it easier to get to. You want to get the excess skin in between the blades. You don't have to use a lot of pressure to get a perfect cut. And then for those pieces that are in the middle and sticking up, that's when you just want to set it in between the blades and let the blades do the work. Now we're going to use the glass nail buffer. What I love about this is it actually does two steps in one as well. It actually buffs the surface of the nail and shines it all at the same time. So you now have less steps and save time. I like to hold the buffer flat on the nail and then just lightly run it back and forth, following the shape or the contour of the nail. Make sure that the surface of the nail is smooth before polishing, because the smoother the nail surface, the shinier the polish. As I buff, I run the edge, the flat edge of the buffer right up against the cuticle, almost like the cuticle pusher to help perfect my shape. Next, we want to remove any oils, contaminants, dust from buffing off of the surface of the nail so that the polish could have proper adhesion. Using the Tweezerman polish remover cloths, we'll apply a little bit of alcohol and scrub the surface of the nail, focusing along the cuticle and down in the sidewalls where that dust likes to hide out. I recommend always using a base coat. I know a lot of people like to skip the base coat if they're in a hurry, but I find that using a base coat always makes the manicure last longer. Also remember that when you're applying the polish, push it back towards the cuticle and then lay your brush down flatter as you polish out towards the tip. This is going to give you a smoother surface and less chance of you using the edge of the bristles, the edge of your hairs, to cause streaks. Magenta is going to be the key color for 2023. Pantone even calls it the color of the year. Next, we're taking our top coat and we're actually creating a French manicure using our gloss top coat on top of the matte to create two different textures to create our look. I'm using just a small detail brush so that I can control the polish in the area.